A nice set. Somewhat like an arrangement question where you have to distribute the goals amongst in matches and amongst 4 players, but it does involve a lot of mathematical reasoning as well. It is not a simple cakewalk, but that is what is expected in CAT. Yeah, you're not going to get something which just falls into place. You need to make efforts, right? Again, it's not going to be mind-bogglingly difficult, but so A, B, H and S are the 4 players, 8 matches, now numbered 1 to 10, the 4 together scored 12 goals. In the 8 matches, each, now when each comes in, you have to replace it with the words, yeah, Amla, Bimla, Harita, Sarita, each of them had scored at least 1 goal. So what this means is, in the 8 matches put together, if I total what Amla has scored, it will be at least 1. It will not be 0. Bimla total will be at least 1 and not 0, right? That doesn't mean that in every match a goal has scored. It just means that in Amla's total is non-zero, Bimla's is non-zero, Harita and Sarita's. Further, no 2 players, again we are talking about comparison between them, Amla, Bimla, Amla, Harita, Amla, Sarita and so on, had scored, no 2 players had scored the same total number of goals. Now students, you would have to analyze this data. You cannot just gloss over it, okay, I understood they are different. That is not enough. That is enough for a very silly question, but then this is CAT, right? So what we are talking about is we have 12 goals. And these 12 goals need to be distributed to 4 people, and these 4 people are non-zero. Yeah, they are non-zero. We just discussed that part here, right? And they have to be different. They have to also be different. So if I start from the least, that is 1, and I don't know the order, so I'll just put up brace brackets here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this summation you should already know from a lot of previous practice is 10. So 10 goals have been accounted just in meeting the non-zero and the different conditions. Yeah, each one has a different total, So now there are only 2 left. Now how do you divide this 2? Think carefully, yeah, because this is again a point which can be used in many sets further and you should be fast at this. If both 2 goes to just a single player, can it go to this? No, then it will read 3, 3, 2, 4. These will be same. Can it go to this? No, then it will read 4, 4, 1, 3. Then these 2 are same. Can it go to this? Yes, 1, 2, 4, 5. And so, and I'll write it in increasing order. So 1, 2, this becomes 5, this remains 4. So one of the way is 1, 2, 4 and 5. Can those 2 go to this guy? Yes, this would become 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. So I could also have 1, 2, 3 and 6. Now, can I divide this 2 as 1 and 1? 1 to a player, another 1 to another player. And while it might seem that it's quite a lot, it can be done very fast. Can I give these 2 guys 1, 1? Remember, when I give this guy 2, you might be quick to argue, no, that is same as this guy, but I'll change this also. So I'm going to run through all the possibilities and see how fast it can be done. Give 1, 1 to this guy, 2, 3, 3. Oh, no. Yeah. Keep this constant. Give 1 to this guy and 1 to this guy. No, then these 2 will be same. Give 1 to this guy and 1 to this guy. No, these 2 will be same. So with this I have finished. Now these 2. 1 over here, 1 over here, this becomes 3, this becomes 4. Oh, so these 2 are same. 1 over here, 1 over here, these are 2, 3, 3. Not possible. Can I give 1 and 1 over here? They'll change to 4 and 5. Yes, I can do that. So I'll get 1, 2, 4, 5. But the idea is I've already got that earlier. So that is all the ways that I can do. So these are the only 2 ways in which the 12 goals can be divided and amongst the 4. And if I don't do this analysis, there are points that I'm going to keep missing later on, students. They're not going to come just by observing them. Okay. The following facts are known about the players, goals scored. All the questions refer to only these 2 players. So remember 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, so we have some clues, not many of them, as I said, hence not a very difficult. The framework was very easy. I don't think so we need any discussion there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these are match number 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 match numbers. and the 4 people are Amla, Bimla, Harita and Sarita. Okay, and the total is 12 goals, and we know that this has to be 1, 2, 3 and 6, or this has to be 1, 2, 4 and 5. These are the only 2 ways you could check it up if the sum is 12. Okay. So let's continue now. Only 1 goal was scored in every even match. So in an even match, only 1 goal was scored. Now when I put dot, only one of them is a 1, the rest are 0. Same thing has to be repeated in 4 different rows. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8 rows are not the problem rows. If I know any one data about them, I know about the entire row. Okay, Harita scored more goals than Bimla. Okay, so if I total it up, Harita's score has to be more than Bimla. Okay, so 2 names should catch your attention, Harita and this. The highest goal scorer scored goals in exactly 3 matches. Yeah, just 3, not including match 4. Now in match 4, only 1 goal could have been scored. In match 8 also only 1 goal could have been scored. And the highest goal scorer is either going to be 5 or 6. So 1 and 1, 2 are done. So if it is 5, 3 more goals have to be scored, and if it is 6, 4 more goals have to be scored in 1 match. So whoever is the highest in this column, which can't be Bimla, so either 1 H or S, will have 1, 3 or 4, 1. 1, 3 or 4, 1. So its idea is talk to yourself, repeat these things in your mind. Bimla scored a goal in match 1 and 1 each in 3 other consecutive matches. So the first match don't count it. In 3 other consecutive, there's 1. Now this is interesting, students. Again, one might gloss over it and say this is 1 goal in match 1. It's not 1 goal in match 1. There it is 1 each in the other 3. Here it is a goal. So it just says, I think the meaning of this is it is more than 0. She has scored a goal in that match. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, anything. It is more. I would think that I would take it in its completeness. Okay, so there's a goal that is there. So it's not 0, and in 3 other consecutive matches there's 1, 1, 1. Now you know what this means. The big important thing from here, again, this is what we say, find the complete let's say consequence, or let's say analysis of what if, so what. This means Bimla will definitely have scored 4 or more than 4. These 3 consecutive matches are not same with match 1. That is why the word other is used. So this is 3 goals. And in that, at least a goal is there. So that's the 4th goal. That could be more also. So Bimla is 4. And look how beautifully they sets are made and so on. So if Bimla is 4, okay, and 4 or more. So Bimla could be, let's take values and let's start from the highest. Or let's say from 4. So if Bimla is 4, just 4. Then Harita has to be more than 4. So if Bimla is 4, then this is the case. Exact 4 we are talking, then Harita will be 5. All seems good. Then this, if Bimla is 5, then it has to be this case. Bimla is 5, then what will Harita score? So Harita should be more than Bimla, so Bimla can't be 5. What if Bimla is 6? Then it is this case. Bimla is 6, but then Harita should be more than 6. But there isn't a number more than 6, so it can't. And it can't be more than 6 because there aren't any possible. So what we understand from this, after this we understand is Bimla is only exactly 4, and therefore this is 1 goal only. But then it came through a reasoning, okay? And Harita is 5 because this is the case. And I know this is the case and this is not the case. So Bimla is 4 and Harita is 5, and the rest are 1 and 2 I do not know, and 5 is the highest goal scorer. Okay, and so this highest goal scorer we know is 1, 3, 3, 1. Oh, we know where they have scored. Okay, so now I know this, the match 4. So match 4, Harita has scored 1. Oh, so look at how quickly things fall into place. Match 8, Harita has scored 1. So the others are 0. And one of the other places, there's a 3 or a 4. And if that is a 3 or a 4, it can't be in match 6. It can't be in match 2. This is like on steroid kind of preparation. Yeah, everything is known and so on. Okay, so this is 0, this is 0, there's 1, 3 or not even a 3 or a 4, it's just 3 now. So there's 1, 3 in the other places. Okay, so I guess that's done. 1 and 2, first column, last. Okay, continue. An equal number of goals were scored in match 3 and 7. So in 3, whatever was scored total was same as what was scored over here. Okay, so they both are the same. And not just that, it is different from what is scored in 1 or 5. So 1 or 5, whatever is here, this is not going to be x. So I'm not writing it. Okay, so this is not equal to x. Okay, and this is also not equal to x. Whatever are goals here, so these are the missing goals now. Okay, and I know total is 12, and I also know there's a 3 somewhere. So somewhere I'm coming to that area now of finding where the 3 is. Because if there is a 3 here, then this will be at least a 3. Then this will also be a 3. 3 and 3 is going to be a 6. 6 and 4 becomes 10. Only 2 are left. I want to distribute the 2. Okay, between these 2, and they should not be 3, 3. Yeah, because x has been taken as 3. And let's continue. Let's read it and so on. So I'm just saying that is a chain of thoughts that happened. Or when you start thinking of so what, so what. So different, remember. Now the match in which the highest number of goals was scored was unique, and it was not match 5. Okay, so in fact, students, this is pretty, it becomes pretty easy now. This is not the highest. It's directly given. The highest is scored in a unique match. So it cannot be 3 or 7, because 3 and 7 share the same total. But this says the unique. So it can't be this, can't be this, can't be this. Very unlikely that 1 is the highest, because if 1 is the highest, everyone can only, and oh, anyway, it's not unique, right? So what is left for the highest? This is the only one which is the highest. There is no other which is the highest. So this row has to be the highest. Okay. So far, again, repeat that logic in your own mind. If I repeat the video, the time for the video extends quite a bit. Okay, so is that all done? Okay, and now, so we reach the end, but there is something more that we keep missing sometimes. So if I come back, this is used very well. Harita has used this I used. Now Bimla scored a goal in match 1 and 3. So somehow, even if I've done very well, I miss out sometimes. Having got to know this 4 or 5, I should have known that Bimla has scored a goal means just 1 goal. We found that from reasoning. Okay, 1 goal over there and 3 other in consecutive. Where are the 3 consecutive? The only consecutive left are 5, 6, 7. There's no other place. So 5 she scored, 6 she scored, 6 if she scored, the whole row is done, and 7 also she scored. So now look at 5 and 7, there's something more, and oh, and it's done. So these are all zeros, the rest are zeros. So don't forget the zeros, they also help us out, right? Okay, so let's finish it now. So I know I have to put a 3 somewhere, and that has to reach the highest. So if I put a 3 here, pay attention, I'm going throughout completely. Yeah, obviously you can say why not here, because there's an answer, I know it, so I'm not doing that. If I put a 3 here, this row total will be 3 or more. So this row total has to be 3 or more. 3 and 3, 6. 6 and 4, 10. This should be more than 3 because this is highest, so I can't put a 3 here. That same logic, I can't put a 3 here. Is that okay? I can't put a 3 here, I can't put a 3 here. Can I put a 3 here? Pay attention, if I put a 3 here, okay, then this row total will be at least 4. 4 or more. This should be more than 4 then. But I don't have that many goals. 4 goals. 4 goals here 8, and that should be more than 4. I have only 12, so I can't put a 3 here also. So 3 can't come here, can't come here, can't come here. It has to come here. So this is done, over. And there are different ways that you can go ahead. I started like where the 3 come, you could have started what could x be. That could be I'll leave it for you to think. What can x be? Can x be? So now pay attention here, right? Let's continue. So I have got this. So the total now is 4 or more. Yeah, I could even have goals over here. So I don't know. But let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Minimum 4 over here. 4 and 4, 8 is done. Okay. And this row is also, at least 1 has to be there, right? This row minimum 1 has to be there. So what if I put 2 and 2? So 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 8 and 4. So 5th becomes 0. But 5th cannot be 0. So I can't put a 2 over here. I'll repeat it. If this is a 2, there's one more goal I put in here. This is also a 2. So these ones are 4. 2 and 2, 4. And this is also a 4. So all 12 are done. So 5th row becomes 0, but there's a 1 there. So this can't be 2. This has to be 1. Because it can't be 0. There's already a 1. So this has to be 1. If that is 1, these are zeros. And if this is 1, this is 1. Okay. So one place I have this, right? And now this is not equal to 1. So if I look at the goals now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minimum 4 here. 10 done. This can't be 1 because it cannot be same as x. It can't be 0. It has to be more. There are only 2 goals left. So you put 2, and this also makes the maximum exactly 4. And if it is exactly 4, these are 0. Because that it can't be more than 4 anymore because all of them are accounted. So that's it done, students, right? The reasoning process, as I said, you could start with x and then also try it. Okay. So anyway, so let me finish the questions. Okay. Now we don't know about this, where this will go, and where 1 over here will go. 1 more will go, and that will determine whether this is 1 or a 2 or this is 2 or a 1. That's it. So how many goals were scored in match number 7? In match number 7, 1 goal was scored. Which of the following is the correct sequence of goals scored in 1, 3, 5, 7? The 3 unknown. 4, 1, 2, 1. 4, 1, 2, 1. 4, 1, 2, 1. Which of the following statement is true? Okay. A and S never scored goals in the same match. A and S. A and S. Could they score goals in the same match? No. The total is 1. Either one of this. 1. Either one of this. Not scored. 1 is going to come. One of them can come. Both cannot come. So that's true. Okay, this one is true. Harita and Sarita never scored goals in the same match. H and S never scored in the same match. Okay, so this is not say, so here even if this is a 1, this isn't, this is a 1, this isn't, this is 1, this isn't, even if this is 1, this isn't, they have never scored it in those. Both of them cannot be non-zero at the same time. Okay, so that statement is also true, right? So this is 1, this will be 0, this will be this is 0, this may be 1, but not the same match, not the same, yeah, sure. So this is also true. So both the statements are true. Which of the following statements are false this time? In every match, at least one player scored a goal. In every match, at least one player scored a goal. Yes, this is not given to us. We derived it. Look at this. In every match, at least one is scored, right? In fact, I had talked about this when I discussed the directions. Each has scored at least one doesn't mean in every match or this is that. But then we found that. So this is true. So this can't be my answer. Okay. This can't be my answer. No two players scored goals in the same number of matches. Now be careful. It's talking about scored goals in the number of matches. So for players, how do you read it? No two players. In your mind, take names A and B. They scored goals different number of matches. So let's see the number of matches. Now, I don't know here, this one could be either number of matches, remember, right? This could either be 1 or 2. depending upon whether I get a 2 or a 1. They'll be in different matches. They can't be in the same. Bimla has scored in 4 matches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Harita has scored in 3 matches, and this will be 2 or 1, depending upon this being 1 or 2. So the number of matches is going to be different for all the 4 players, right? So no 2 players scored, this is true. So both statements are necessarily true. So which statement is false? None of the statements. Now, if Harita scored goals in 1 more match as compared to Sarita, okay, which of the following statement is necessarily true? So again, in 1 more match, okay, Harita has scored compared to Sarita. Harita has scored compared to Sarita in 1 more. So if Harita has scored in 3, Sarita will be scoring in 2 matches. So if that is 2, this is going to be 1. So here there are 2. So here she'll have 2 goals, because in 2 matches I have to put a 1, and here this will be 1. Okay, so this will be 1, which we do not know. So let's see what does it say further. Which of the following statement is necessarily true now? Yeah, not maybe. Amla scored goals in consecutive matches. Amla is 1. She cannot score goals in consecutive matches. So this is necessarily false. Sarita scored goals in consecutive matches. Sarita in consecutive. Sarita has 2 goals. It could be consecutive, 1, 1, and this girl here. Or it could be non-consecutive. So it is may. But it's not necessary that that has to be consecutive, right? So this statement may be true or may be false. So which is necessarily true? None of the statement is necessarily true.